Hey there, what's up? How was your last week? So I hope that you were wonderful and no one is with COVID-19. So basically today our main goal is to answer one activity that was posted on class number 1. On that activity, I demanded you to choose one book or website or anything else that you like reading, and you needed to share with the other colleagues the main idea of this book or this object or this text that you like reading, and what was your favorite text. So in my case, this is a problem because I'm a researcher and also I'm a great reader, I consider myself. And I like a lot literary books and also scientific books. So I decided to share with you 6 of these books in order to have a clear example of what is reading and actually to give you tips on how can you prepare your video to post here for us. And of course, spread with us knowledge that it can be important. So my favorite book, actually my favorite literary book is O Livro dos Abraços from Eduardo Galeano. Eduardo Galeano wrote a lot of little short stories, as you can see. And in this book, you have the opportunity to know a lot about Latin American history. And the little stories or the little tales, they talks a lot about language, about culture, about history, and you can read one each day and have a lot of reflections about our history and about the text and about the stories that he tells on the little tales. My second favorite book, it's The Diary of Anne Frank. I had the opportunity to visit her house in Netherlands. So this is a classical book in literature. It is full of diaries that she read a long time ago when she was in isolation during the Second World War. And actually it can offer us a very nice reading in this period that we are living. So I like a lot the way a child from only 12 to 13 years old think about her times and write about her times. And she writes really, really, really well. The other one is this called On the Road. On the Road is a book from Jack Kerouac. And it is a classical book from the American literature. It is a diary as well from a guy that is tired of everything in his life and is tired of every demand. It's a kind of novel, and he decides to leave his family to travel all around the United States, and he goes to Mexico as well to give us a huge portrait of what is United States. And what is brilliant in this book is that it doesn't show us a United States that we are used to see from the TV and from the news and etc. But a real United States in terms of population, constitution, in terms of population identity, and in terms of geography. And of course, he travels not alone, but with 2 other friends, and sometimes they are in 4. And he talks a lot about the relation between a man and another man, and a man and a woman. And so it's a very nice reading book. And I recommend you to watch the movie called Pé na Estrada. It's a really, really nice movie too. And if you have the opportunity, you can download the book and read. And if it's possible, try to watch the movie in a British version, because in the Brazilian version they cut a lot of scenes that are very strong. So in the British version you have well, wonderful scenes that are completely important to understand the story. Now let's go to the scientific part. So my favorite book over this, oops, I'm having a problem with my camera, sorry. My favorite book is this one called Por uma Linguística Indisciplinar from Moita Lopes. It's a book that it's full of articles that talks about linguistic science, and of course it talks about general aspects of what is applied linguistics and for what we have to study applied linguistics. But the basic idea is to build a Brazilian methodology of research in applied linguistics. And Brazil, it's growing a lot in the international scenario in terms of linguistic research. And when we have a book full of authors from many other countries that reinforce our way to think and our way to produce research, we start to be recognized all worldwide. So for you that is going to be an English teacher, this is a mandatory reading. Another book that I really love reading is this one. I usually open it because it's a kind of diary for all the teachers. It's Pedagogia da Autonomia from Paulo Freire. And Paulo Freire offers us a lot of little passages that we can reflect about what is being a teacher, why is being a teacher, how should we portray in our classrooms, and what to teach, why to teach. So he gives us a branch of explanations of what is education, and this is wonderful. And he has practical examples as well. And this book is from 1997. Well, actually 1970, but it has ideas that are really, really clever for today. And finally, this other book that is called Dimensões Comunicativas no Ensino de Línguas from José Carlos Paes Almeida Filho. It's a little book. It has a good division for you to read. So you can read like one little text for every day. And this book talks a lot about what is this communicative approach that we talk a lot in terms of language teaching and language learning. And why should we offer and establish communicative approaches in language teaching? And what is to communicate? What is to establish communication in language teaching? So I hope that you had with my discourse a lot of examples. I'm so sorry that I passed the time, but the introduction of the video I was explaining what was the activity about. And I hope you to record wonderful videos and post here. Only one, not that much, only one book or text or anything that you like and why you like reading it. And another tip that I have to offer for you, so using this microphone from your phone and you put it here, the sound of the video will be much better. So that's it. Great time and see you soon. Bye bye.